Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking with Todd. In the past week I've received several emails, phone calls, and Facebook posts wanting clarification on my votes related to the National Security Agency. Earlier this year, several media outlets published details of an NSA anti-terrorism program that captured call logs and email traffic of American citizens. The NSA tells us this program has helped prevent at least 54 terrorist attacks since it came online. Now, last week, during debate on the Appropriations bill for our Department of Defense, Representative Justin Amash of Michigan offered a well-intentioned amendment that addressed this program. His amendment would have barred the NSA and other federal agencies from collecting records that pertain to any person, regardless of citizenship, that was not already subject to an investigation. Moreover, the amendment would not reform the program, but instead it would end the NSA program altogether by making it illegal. During the same debate, Representative Pompeo of Kansas offered his own amendment. The Pompeo amendment would allow the program to continue, but only under very limited conditions. Specifically, the NSA may not target U.S. citizens and may not acquire and store the content of communications of U.S. citizens. Now, to give further context to how I voted, I wanted to share with you a bit of my personal background. I served in the Marine Corps for 5 years as an intelligence officer, and I have firsthand experience with how and why intelligence is gathered. After I was discharged, I moved to Washington, D.C. and worked at the Heritage Foundation. In my last day on the job, I witnessed the 9/11 attacks. A co-worker's husband was in the Pentagon when the plane struck. We could see the fire and smoke from my office. It's a day and an experience I will never forget. Days later, I started at a job in the U.S. Senate, where I witnessed the largest bioterrorist attack in U.S. history. Multiple Senate offices and then other sites received letters laced with anthrax. 5 Americans died, and 17 others were infected over the course of several weeks. For a young legislative aide who helped answer the mail in our office, it was a powerfully memorable experience, especially coming on the heels of 9/11. Now, the bottom line is that better intelligence gathering and analysis may have helped prevent these attacks from occurring. Having witnessed these events up close, it'd be hard for me to justify simply pulling the plug in a program that has a proven track record of success in preventing similar attacks against Americans. At the same time, however, the privacy and liberty of American citizens must be protected. The federal government should not have carte blanche to go snooping through your emails. Because it struck me a good balance between those concerns, and it comported with our Constitution, I strongly supported the Pompeo Amendment. It passed the House overwhelmingly by a 409-12 vote. After giving a lot of thought to the issue, however, I voted no on the Amash Amendment. While it sought to protect individual Americans, it seemed to violate our Constitution and the idea of separation of powers, with our legislative branch mandating that our courts issue rulings containing prescribed language. This would have established a very dangerous precedent. Further, by simply eliminating the intelligence gathering program, the Amash Amendment would have seriously undermined our ability as a nation to stop future terrorist attacks, especially from foreign terrorists. These are never easy votes, as they're often subject to misunderstanding or respectful disagreement. But they're important votes nonetheless. I want you to know how much I value your input on all issues, and how much I value your continued feedback after I vote. I also wanted you to be aware of my thought process and share with you the events and experiences which have helped shape my perspective on this issue. Thanks for taking time to listen. If you have further questions, I encourage you to continue to submit them to our office at toddyoung.house.gov. Thanks so much.